we'll get going. 1 second, I'm sharing my screen, so I'll just remove that. There we go. Oh, Prathap is here. Hey, Prathap. So, welcome everybody to the Azure and AI Show. So we actually have a few people here. So we have Stephen is going to do Azure File Sync. He's going to do an overview and a demo on it. I'm going to do some stuff on some Copilot prompts, and if we have time, we might do a demo on it. We also have Prathap, MVP from India. How are you, Prathap? And we also got Paul from the UK. How are you doing, Paul?
I'm not too bad. I've been a bit of pain, so I've just kept the camera off.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So myself, Frank Falvey from Cork in Ireland, and we run the Azure and AI show every week at the same time. So Stephen recently got his website up and running, so we're going to put it up on the screen there afterwards. It's a blog post, and he's doing kind of new stuff on that there ongoing. So Stephen, well done for getting that going. So I'll leave you share your screen, Stephen, and we'll kick it off from there.
Yeah, just a second. Let's just try to go live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to share my screen.
Sure. So I'm going to put your website link on the bottom of the page there. So if anybody wants to go and have a look at it, and
yeah, so can you see my screen?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, see your screen.
Okay. Yeah, so perfect. So let me just open up my slides. Can you see my slide now?
Yeah, benefit of Azure File Sync. I can see that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so good evening, everyone. You are welcome to another time of learning and development. Yeah, so today we're going to be speaking about Azure File Sync, which is in the cloud, which is the Microsoft Azure. So let's go now. So Azure File Sync is a cloud service provided by Microsoft Azure that enable organizations to centralize their files share in Azure File while maintaining local access to their data. It offers a seamless way to synchronize files between on-premises server and Azure, providing benefits such as improved performance, flexibility, scalability, compatibility, and disaster recovery. Azure File Sync address the challenges faced by organizations managing large amounts of data across multiple locations. It extends the capability of traditional file server by integrating them with Azure Cloud Storage. So now from the slide, as you can see, it said Azure File Sync is a cloud service. So it's a cloud services provided by Microsoft Azure, which enable organizations to centralize their files in Azure File. So which means that if you want to have a copy of your files in the cloud, so you can simply synchronize these files from your server. So which means that all users in your organization, they access their files from the server. So any file they add to the server, any file you have, it automatically goes straight to the cloud, which you can have backup in case if there's any disaster So this one gives you enablement for disaster recovery of your files. So now, things to know about Azure File Sync is that Azure File Sync transform Windows Server into a quick cache of your Azure file shares. So you can use any protocol that is available on Windows Server to access your data locally with Azure File Sync, including SMB, NFS, and FTPS. Azure File Sync support as many cache as you need around the world. Now, component of the Azure File Sync. One, we have the storage sync services. So this is a top level Azure resources for Azure File Sync. So this resource is a pair of the storage account resources and can be deployed in a similar manner. And then we have the sync group. So a sync group defines the sync topology for a set of files. Endpoints within a sync group are kept in a sync with each other. Register server. Said the register server object represent a trust relationship between your server, which is the cluster, and the storage sync services resource. You can register as many server to a storage sync services resource as you want. Your server, which is on, you can have multiple server which you can register so that you can have your files being synced into one place. Then you have the Azure File Sync agent. So the Azure File Sync agent is a downloadable package that enables Windows Server to be synced with Azure File Share. So this Azure File Sync is a software which you use to sync your file from your server to the Azure cloud storage. Now, benefit of Azure File Sync: cost savings. It allows you to save cost. So when you implement Azure File Sync in your organization, it gives you that capability to reduce costs on premises storage. So which means that where you spend a lot of money for storage on premises, so what you just need to do is that once you have your Azure File Sync in place, it reduces such cost. It improve performance. Say user experience faster access to file through local caching, while also benefiting from the scalability and reliability of Azure storage. Simplify management. Centralized management and integration with Azure services streamline administration tasks, reducing complexity. Enhanced data protection. This one is very, very important. Enhanced data protection. This is what most organizations look after. How are my data being protected? If there's anything as a system administrator you need to do, if you want to implement any infrastructure in your organization, what you need to look at is the data protection. Is this data is it being protected? Is it being safe? So with this Azure File Sync, it enhances data protection. So with inbuilt backup and disaster recovery capability, Azure File Sync helps safeguard critical data against loss or corruption. And let's now look at how we are going to deploy this Azure File Sync. Deploying Azure File Sync. So before you can start synchronizing files with Azure File Sync, there are several high-level steps that need to be completed, which the first step is to deploy your storage sync services. The second is to prepare your Windows server, which is your Windows environment. Then thirdly, you install the Azure File Agent. And fourth, you register your Windows server. So quickly, we will now jump into our demo, how we can deploy the Azure File Sync. Now I have my tenants So just give me a second. Sorry, and slideshow. Yeah. So now let me just open my server quickly. So I'm going to be doing this inside my server. So this is my server. So, and I have my portal. I have my Azure portal open. So to open your Azure portal, just go to your portal.azure.com. So you open it. So here I have my portal, and I'm going to be using server 2019. Server 2019. So inside this my portal here now. So what you need to do, the first thing you need to do is to create your resource group. We all know that anything you are doing in Azure, the first thing you need to do is to create your resource group. Your resource group is what housing all your metadata. It's a collection of what of your resources. You understand? So you need to what? You need to deploy your resource group. So like as you can see, I have my resource group here, or you can just come up here and search and just type resource group, and then you see it and you click on that. So when you click on your resource group here, you come up here and click on create. Then here you now have your subscription. So I have like 2 subscriptions here, so I can just choose my subscription, and here I will give it a resource group. So I can say Azure, let me just give it Azure, or let me just, yeah, Azure file. Yes, so give it my resource group, and then I will leave it at this particular region for the purpose of this training. So here you come up here, click on your review, and then you create. Click on create. Now, once you do that, it's going to create it for you the split of second. It doesn't take much time, just within seconds. So you can see this my resource group created. You can see I don't have anything inside my resource group. So after creating your resource group, now the next thing is to go to your storage. You come up here and then you search for your storage. This is your storage account. You click on it. When you click on storage account, you come up here, click on create, and then you choose that same subscription, and you can see automatically it will pick up my resource group I just created. Or you come up here and search for your resource group, and then you click on it, and then here I will give it a storage account name. Now this storage account name is a unique, is a what? It has to be what? It has to be unique. So it means that if you use a storage account that somebody has used before, so it's not going to allow, it's not going to accept that name. So it's a unique name. So if I come up here, let's say, let me say I want to give it Azure. Sorry, let me use small letters. Azure AI Show. So can you see that now? So that is my storage account name, Azure AI Show. So, and then here the region is SUS, where which I mean my East US, where I created my resource group. Then when you come up here, the performance here, where we have 2 options. You have the standard and you have the premium. You can see that says standard recommended for most scenario, general purpose, and you have premium recommended for scenario that require low latency. But because of this, due to this particular training, I will just use the standard for now. And then here you have your redundancy. Under your redundancy, you have the geo redundancy storage, you have the local redundant storage, and you have the zone redundant storage, and you have the geo zone redundant storage. Now I'm going to click on this particular one. This one simply means that where your storage is going to be split into regions, where it's going to be split into. So here I'll just click on this local storage for now. I don't, or I can choose this geo redundant. It depends on what you are doing. But for the purpose of this training and for me to minimize cost, I'm going to use this local redundant storage. So just to let you aware that you must have subscription to run this particular storage. So I already have my subscription, so that is why you can see I'm able to perform this demo. Here you click on your next again. Under your next, you have your advanced, all these ones. Just scroll down, leave it where it is. Just click on next again. And then here you come to your networking. Now, under this, your networking, you can see we have this, we have different options here. So if I don't want to use this particular one, I can decide to click on a separate network and then use this one. And then here is going to tell me that I will need to select my virtual network. You understand? So if I want, but for the purpose of this, I'll just click on this, enable for public access from all network, and then click on your next again. And then here you have your enable soft delete block. Enable soft delete. Enable soft delete simply means that when this particular storage is being deleted, for how long will it be? For how long will it be retained before it's being deleted permanently? So it depends on your organization policy, so you can specify there. And then for now, I will just leave it the way it is, and then click on next. Here you have your encryption. Yeah, I'll leave it the way it is. Click on next. Tags, I'll leave it like that. Click on next, and now it's going to review. And then I will now, once my validation pass, yeah, it's been reviewed already. Then if I'm satisfied with all these settings I have here, I will now click on create. Like I said, it only takes split of seconds for most of the time when you are deploying resources in Microsoft Azure. It doesn't take longer time. So let's see how long this is going to take to deploy for us. Yes, deployment is complete. So can you see quickly my deployment gets completed within the split of seconds. So I will now click on go to resources. Go to resources. So now this is my storage account. So what I need to do when you come to this place here, then you come up here and now click on your file share. You go and create your file shares. Click on your file shares. Here you now come up here and say file share. You click on that and then you give it a name. So I can come up here and let me just choose this option. Yeah, come up here, give it a file name here. Under this text, just leave it the way it is. So you can see you have the maximum input and output per seconds, 1000, and you have the maximum capacity, which is what, 5 terabytes. 5 terabytes. Can you see? So come up here and then I will now click on my next. Click on your next, come back here, click on next, click on create. Now validation passed. Validation passed. So here I will now click on my create. You can see it's still processing for me. Okay, so while this is going on, let me just duplicate my tab. Come up here, right click, I will now click on duplicate, and then here I will now go to my resource here where you have search for resource. I will now type my Azure file sync. Azure file sync. I will look for my Azure file sync. So this is it. So you click on it. Once you click on your Azure File Sync, then you come up here and choose your subscription and then give it your resource group. Come up here and click on that resource group we created. This is our resource group. You click on that and then you provide a name. Just give it a name. Here I can say my files. So just give it a name, and here you just leave it at this region. Now you need to take note. Now your region must be the same region of your storage account. So which means that the storage account you created, this is my storage account. You can see it now is on my, you can see this is the location, which is what? The East US. So when you are creating your file sync, make sure that is on that same region with your storage account you created. So kindly take note of that. Then click on your next. This one, I'll just leave that. Click on next. Click on next. And then once my validation is passed, I'll click on my create. Come up here, click on create. Deployment validation succeeded. So now it's still in the process of creating my file share for me. All right, I think it's done now. So click on your go to resource. Click on that, go to resource. Now, when you click on your go to resource here, now you can see where I made mention of the 4 components of the Azure File Sync. Now, the first thing we have the sync group, and we have the register server. So what you need to do, you need to come up here and click on this, your register server. Under this, your register server here, you will now come up here and now click on where you have said download the Azure File Sync agent, which is the software. So click on the word download the Azure File Sync agent. I'll click on that. It will take me to the Microsoft website where I need to download my Azure File Sync agent. So come up here, select your language, English, click on download. And then here you now need to choose depending on the server you are using. Like I said, I'm using server 2019. So I'll click on this, my storage sync agent 2019. Click on that and now click on download. Now I'll click on this and then I can now install it. Just double click and then you install your storage sync. Click on next. Yes, accept. Click on next. Yes, click on next. Click on next. Now here where you have your automatic update when a new version becomes available. Now this place is also very important when you are installing that. So if you check this particular option, so which means that you want update to be downloaded for you when it's available. So for it not to affect your production, so you can come up here and choose, maybe you want updates to be downloaded or to be updated weekends. So instead of during work business hours, so you can choose weekend if you want that, but it depends. Obviously, no system admin that will choose a working day so that anything doesn't get break. So it's better you choose say, okay, Sunday, and then you choose your time if you want it to be evening, 6 p.m. thereabout, or so you can choose your time and then you click on your install. Now, the beautiful part of this, the update is that even if you choose it during the week, now once there's an update, you understand. So if it's downloading the update, by the time it's installing the update, it doesn't still affect your storage. Your storage will still keep on running, not until when that particular, not until when that particular update is being downloaded. So the old one will still be running. And once it's finished downloading the new one, it will just quickly install it for you automatically without you even knowing what is happening at the back end. But for safety, so that anything doesn't get break, so it's better you just put it on weekends so that it doesn't disrupt the business of the day. So yeah, this is finished. Now click on finish. So you can see now it's checking for update for me. Can you see now? It said file sync update on this server is up to date. So I'll click on my OK. So once you now click on your updates, now this is where you will now register your server. So you come up here, definitely is my Azure cloud. You have the Azure China and you have the Azure US government. So I'm going to choose this Azure cloud and click on sign in. So this sign in, I need to sign in with my credentials. Let me get okay. Yeah, so come up here, put it there and click on next. And then put in your password. Yes, got my password. And then I'll click on sign in. Then here it's going to alert me for the multi-factor authentication. Okay, so I have 26. Yeah, yes. So now once that is being done, here it will tell you that choose a storage sync service. Here you come up here. This is my subscription. You click on your subscription. Here your resource group. Now this is my resource group I created. You click on that. And then you come up here and select your storage sync service, which is my storage, my file I created. So click on that and you now click on your register. Now, so can you see that? Now I said registration successful. Registration was successful. So I will just now click on my close. Everything is being passed. So can you see it now? So click on close. Now that has been done. Now I will now go back to my portal. Now I will go back to my portal where I have my file sync. So this is it. Now for me to now see that now click on my refresh. Click on refresh. So now, can you see that now? Now it has pick my server name. Can you see now? State online, type server, operating system, Windows Server 2019. Can you see it now? The agent version 17.2. Last seen. Can you see today's date is there? So this now has been done. So then you now proceed to your sync group. Your sync group. So you come to your sync group. Now, under this, your sync group here, you now create a sync group. You click on this. Once you do that, give it a sync group name. I can give it a sync group name. Let's say Azure AI Show department. Let me just say Azure is. So I will give it a sync group and then come up here, you choose your subscription. Make sure you choose the same subscription you have. And then you click on select storage account. Select storage account. I'll click on that. So this is my storage account I created. So I'll click on that. Automatically, it will pick that subscription for me. And when I come up here, where I have my Azure file share. So this is the file share I created, marketing. Then I will now click on create. Now the cloud endpoint creation is now is now in progress. Okay, now that is done now. So I'll click on refresh. Let's refresh. So can you see that now? This is my sync group. So you click on that. You click on that. Now, once you now click on this, once you now click on that, then you now add your server endpoint. Add your server endpoint. So you come up here. This is your server endpoint. You click on that. Once you click on this, your server endpoint, you come up here. You have your register server. This is my register server. You can see it now. Let me show you. This is my server. Let me click on local. So can you see the name? So can you see? So this is what is picking up from there. So that is my register server. And here you now come up here and specify a path which is now on my server. This is my server environment. So here I'll now specify what a path folder where these files will now be what synchronized. So I can now maybe let's say go to my local disk. I have a particular file I've created here, or you can simply create another file here and you can create permission on those files. It doesn't affect it. You create permission wherever you want. So let me just create a file. Let me just say my share files. Okay, so then double click on this. Now once you do that, you come up here and now copy this part. You copy this part here, you minimize, and then you come up here and now paste your part. Paste it there. So once you do that, you have the cloud tiering. This is actually not really compulsory, it's optional. So because of this purpose of this training, I'm not going to use this. So I'll just come up here. Once I'm done with that, I will go here and now click on my crates. Yeah, click on crates. So now it's creating that for me. So you can see my server endpoint creation was successful. It was successful. So at times it's always good to refresh so that you can see what you created. So can you see that? So this is my server endpoint. You can see health is said pending. You can see that everything is still pending. So now if I now come to this my particular cloud, now the reason why it's pending is because there's no file here. There's no particular file. So if I have any file in this place, automatically that file will sync to my cloud. So let me just get a file and let me just copy a file inside that. Just spare me a second. So let me just get some file. So now I've copied my files inside that. So if I come back here now, and then if I refresh, by the time you refresh, it should automatically what pick up. Refresh again. Refresh. Yeah. Okay, so let me come here now. Let me go to my my file share. So if you come to your file share here, you click on this, your browse here now. Click on this browse. Let me see. Why is it showing? Okay, yeah. So can you see that? So when you come to your file share, where you have your file share here, so when you come to this place now, this is my file share. So can you see these files are being synced from my server, which is from here. These are the files you have here. So you can see that it's now synced to what? To my Azure files. So if I go back to this place here now and now click on refresh, so sorry, I think this is taking time. Let me refresh from here. Now here should automatically pick up from here. Normally it doesn't take this much time. Say upload to cloud, download is still waiting. So let me go back here, refresh. So now you can see automatically all my files from this place here is now synced to my cloud. So here it should just tell me the state of that particular file that is being syncing to my cloud from my endpoint, which is my server. Yeah, I think this is just taking time. Let me click on this. Yeah, no. Oh, refresh. Yeah, so I don't know why it's just taking time. Normally it should just take a split of seconds. So, but anyway, let me go back. Say any you can see, yeah, there's no any error message. So yeah, maybe let's give it some time. Might take some time to get sync, but normally automatically when you come up here, it should show you healthy that the file is sync already. So here it's just saying waiting. So when you go to this your Azure file, so you can see that already I have those files inside my Azure file. So browse, yeah. Yeah, okay. So that's all I have for today. Yeah, thank you.
Very good, Stephen. So will you be putting this stuff up on your new blog as you
Sorry, say that
go?
again.
Will you be putting the stuff you've done tonight up on your new blog?
Yes, I'm going to put it on my new blog. So with the
Yeah.
step-by-step creation, how to do that. Yes, I'm going to do that. Yes.
Yeah, very good. So I just have your blog up on the end of the page there again, so people can see it. And we also, just so people know that when we're broadcasting the show every week, where it's going out to 3 LinkedIn channels, 3 YouTube channels, and 2 Twitter accounts. So, you should catch, if you want to see any of Stephen's stuff, you'll get him on his YouTube, or you can get it on my YouTube channel or LinkedIn channel. So, yeah, that's it there. So I have a couple of things there. I just wanted to show that Prathap is running this Sessionize Global AI Summer Bootcamp. I'll just share my screen there. If anybody wants to do a talk on it, it's on the 4th of May. 1 second there now. I'll bring it up on the screen so people can see. I also have the address there is https /sessionize.com Global AI Summer Bootcamp 2024. You see it there on my screen, Stephen? Can you see that Global AI Summer Bootcamp on the screen there, Stephen?
Sorry, I'm muted. Yeah, I can see your screen. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this is Partop is running this thing on the 4th of May. It's all online. So like if somebody just wants to go onto the sessionize.com and look for Global AI Summer Bootcamp 24, they can submit a session here, just hit the green part down the bottom there, and they can put a video, make a video, put it up, or you can do a live session. It's up to yourself. So that's some of the topics down here. Azure Cognitive Services, Azure Machine Learning, Azure AI Studio, Azure Bot Service, Azure Speech Services, Azure Vision Services, and so on. I won't go down through the whole list, but you can see on that website there anyway. So just a few things on Copilot. I've been doing a bit of stuff the last few weeks on Microsoft Copilot, and I just recently came across this this website that it's called adoption.microsoft.com, and this is what you land on anyway. So it is adoption, adoption.microsoft.com, and you land on this page here, right? So if you wanted to, prepare for Copilot, use successful kits, you can just go in here, click on the view the kits. I'll just open it there in a different tab just to show people what you land on. So like basically you can down full kits on different topics, like top resources there, like if you want trainer kits, creating AI counsel guides, user experience strategies. So there's lots of stuff. Copilot is just exploding, really. There's just new stuff every week I'm finding on it. So just to go into one of them here, trainer kits. So it's actually downloading there now, and I'm just going to open it just to show people what it looks like. So you've got all these PowerPoints, and you've got some. So I'll just open up just one of them there, just to give you a flavor what it's looking like. So basically, it's kind of telling you all the stuff about Copilot in 365. So there's a video there to show you user experience coming soon, and we'll just click on it there just to. I'm only just going to brush over it now this evening, like, 'cause we just had a few minutes, but I'm not going to play all the video. People can win themselves.
Yes, I'm not sure I can hear anything.
Yeah. So you can't see that, so Stephen.
Yeah, I can see your screen, but I can't really hear what she's saying.
Okay, that's all right. So I won't carry on with that one. So, but I'll just go back here. So that was the preparing for the Copilot thing. I downloaded the other stuff there. 1 second there now. So that was the kind of training stuff. The prompts. Another one then is, I'll just open up the PowerPoint again. And slideshow. So yeah, so prompts is the biggest thing in the. I actually have something better to open there now. Just bear with me. Close that one. And I already had them open. Just a second there now. Yeah, so look, we go into the next one anyway. So the next one, then learn how Copilot works, right? Get inside, look at how large language models work when you use them with your data in your Microsoft 365 account. So before you can use Copilot, you have to have a Microsoft 365 account.
Mhm.
And you have to get a separate subscription for Copilot Pro, which roughly costs about $20 a month. So if you only want to use it for 1 month just to see how Copilot works, you can just sign up to it for 1 month. It's not available in every country yet, so you might have to wait a while. I know it is in the US and the UK, but it's changing every week. So this one anyway, we'll just click into this one just to show you what it looks like. So there's lots of stuff in here. Look, so basically how Microsoft 365 Copilot works. So like it's you can use it in Excel. You can use it, one second now, you can use it in Word. You can use it in Outlook. You can use it with Teams. So there's loads of stuff in here. Like I'm only just brushing over it now. So you can just go on to this website, adoption.microsoft.com, and Copilot, and it will give you all the different things. As I say, in the kits there. And the next one then, right, join the Copilot community. Click on here. There's lots of stuff up on the tech community, Copilot for Microsoft 365. So as you can see, there's 7,800 plus members, 500 discussions already, 20 blog articles. So lots of stuff in there on the Microsoft Copilot. So just go back here to, that's the same site. So adoption.microsoft.com. I know I'm repeating myself, but you need to go here if you want to see Copilot. So I'll just pop in. I was saying I'll just do some demonstrations, 1 or 2 quick ones with tips. So this is my Microsoft 365 account. I'm just using this for kind of demos now. There's nothing kind of work related stuff in here or anything. It's just my personal one. So over on the left hand side, you can see it's Word, Excel, PowerPoint. It looks like a standard Microsoft 365 account. So if I just click on the top one there, Word, and we'll just go blank document. So yeah, so up on the top right hand side there, you can see Copilot.
Yep.
Yep, very good. So, and down here on the page as well, you can actually see some stuff there, and you can see Copilot there. So if I click on Copilot up here in the top right hand side, it should give us a little window here on the right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things, ask me a question. So we'll just click on that. So then down the bottom is ask a question, right? So you can actually type in here, or you can use your microphone. So I'm just going to click on the microphone, and can you tell me how to sign up to Copilot Pro?
Yes. Have you allowed the microphone?
Oh, yeah, I see that, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell me how to sign up for Copilot Pro. And click off the microphone, and then when you just clear up your text, can you tell me how to sign up for Copilot Pro? And I'm just going to hit on the arrow here, or you can also hit enter on your keyboard, and that will go into Copilot, and we'll see what response. Sometimes it takes 30 to 60 seconds for this thing. You'll see it if you want to stop generating it. This response isn't based on the document. Okay. Looks like some content here can't work. Try asking something different. Okay. So I'll just click on change topic and see what Copilot comes up with. Okay. I'll type it this time. How much does it cost? Does it cost? And hit return. So I'm just going to ask it how much does Copilot cost to see what we get. Sometimes it's all about what prompts you put in to get stuff out of Copilot. Okay, so it's given us a. So I'm just going to copy this and we're going to paste it into our document and just paste. Okay, so I'm just going to make it bigger so people can see. So I'll just go 20. Oops. 20. So the Copilot, right, gives us this response isn't based on the document. Okay, Copilot is a feature of GitHub, and its pricing depends on the plan chosen for the user. GitHub offers a range of including fees and paid options for individuals. Okay, that wasn't what I was actually looking out of it. So I'm just going to see, I'm going to highlight this and I'm just going to hit the Copilot. And this is what it gives us, is rewrite it. So I'm going to get it to rewrite it and see what it actually comes up with. Okay, usually it gives you 3 different options. So as you can see down there on the right, 1 to 3. So it starts off, this response doesn't reply on the document. Copilot is a GitHub feature, and what the user pays for depends on their chosen plan. So it's something similar. So if you want to replace it, you can hit on this button down here, or you can go to the arrow tab up here and move on to the next one. So it's after rewriting it again. So it says this answer doesn't come from the document. Copilot is a GitHub feature, and it cost varies according to the user's plan. So it's given us something similar, but it's going to the third one. So the answer doesn't reflect the document. That's the exact same. The Copilot is a GitHub feature. That's the same. The cost varies depending on the user plan. That's something similar. So, so we'll just hit on replace and we'll just see, just replaces what I clicked on down here. But one of the other features here, just over on the right hand side, if you're not sure what to enter or ask about a document, wherever, you can hit this. See down on the right hand, it says there's a square box. You can click on that and view prompts. We'll click into that. Okay, now pops 2 different things: understand, ask. So if you want to ask something, click into that one, and it gives you how can Copilot help. How do you, how do I and you can add something inside here in the brackets. So the other one below that, then view more prompts. So you click on that one, it brings you up another window, and it kind of, if you didn't want to ask something, you could drop down the window, or you can click on understand. Okay, so understand pops up here. Even if you don't get enough here, you can hit down the bottom here, see all prompts from Copilot Lab. So just click into that one. And this is one Paul from the UK just showed me there a few weeks ago, which is actually very good. So up on the top here, so if like we were using Word, so if we click on Word, and then we go over to the category over here. So if you wanted to create something in Word, you could click on this one. Or if you want to edit something, or you want to ask. So we'll just go into create, and we'll see what it gives us. So then it pops up down here. If you want to summarize this email into 2 bullet points, or write a blog post that sounds professional and witty. So it's giving you kind of prompts that you can actually use for different articles and stuff like that. So we're just coming up on the top of the hour there. So that's kind of a bit more about Copilot. In the coming weeks, I'll be doing some more stuff on Copilot. I'll do some stuff with Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, in the next few weeks, and that's kind of it for today. Just a second now. So Stephen, yeah, we kind of filled up the hour there.
Yeah. I think the Copilot is quite interesting, but I haven't had the time to really sit down on it and then go through. But I'm just trying to see how I can go through the documentation before I can carry on with the demo. Yeah, but I think it's quite great. It's quite interesting because it makes your work more easier, and so you could focus on other things.
Yeah, definitely. It's the AI is kind of moving into everything now today, so it's exciting times ahead, I think.
So say again?
It'll be exciting times in the technology industry in the next while with AI.
Yeah. I think AI is I think AI is really taking so I think it's quite good anyways. It's quite it's a new way of innovation. I think it's good.
Yeah, I see they're using Copilot in Azure now. Have you used it yet?
Mm-hmm.
The Copilot, they've integrated it into Azure.
So say again?
Microsoft has integrated Copilot into Azure, into the
Oh,
portal.
are they?
Yeah. So.
I haven't seen that.
No. I just was looking at it there last week, so so keep an eye out for that one. So look, we're up on the hour anyway, so we'll be back here next week at the same time, 7 p.m. UK Irish time, and 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, so I think the time is changing by tomorrow UK time. I think
the clocks go forward. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So so thank you everybody for joining us, and reach out to us on LinkedIn or YouTube or wherever if you need anything, and check out Stephen's blog. You can see it up there on the screen, and talk to you again next week. We'll have some more stuff on Azure and some Copilot stuff. I think Dan Ray will be back with us, and Prathap has something to do as well next week. So, yeah, exciting times. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Yeah.